Okay, everybody, how's it going? Hi. How you doing? Yeah, how's it going? Woo. Woo. Hi, y'all. It's like midnight. How's it going? Yeah, we're gonna do some monsters and memories today. It's the thing. Yeah, you know, I was debating between this, the FF12. We'll probably do FF12 a little bit later. I haven't decided yet. And a couple of other things. Right now I'm in the middle of doing the Dawntra World Tour for my Relic quests. So, you know, I'm kind of faded out for a little bit. I've done a lot of fates. I've done a lot of fates. I'm only halfway through most of the zones too. So yeah, I thought, you know, I've been doing a lot of this, just trying to see how things are going on the server. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be streaming this. Who knows? Who knows really? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, you know, I thought we'd hop in here because it's been a few weeks since we played this. I finally got into I got the beta key. It's definitely a game. Definitely a game. That's one way of putting it. I'm playing a Shadow Knight right now. I know you can't really tell because I'm a wolf. Someone turned me into a wolf. It's a nice little movement speed boost, but yeah, I mean, since the last time we played it, not really a whole lot different. There have been a few changes with trade skills and stuff. I know the mining and blacksmithing is finally in, so that's an option if you want. I need to kill like one thing. I need to kill like one singular thing, and then we'll be all right. But aside from that, you know, if you don't know what it is, it's a very old school style MMO that's currently in beta. They're aiming for early access in October. Not a whole lot of details in terms of like what they're going to be doing with it, if they're going to be charging, anything like that. They're just kind of, I don't know if they're going to hit the October release date or not. Yeah. The highest that I've ever gotten is like level 8, and that was with like a week of grinding. You can definitely get it a little bit faster than that, but yeah, I mean, it's like an old school EQ style MMO, and yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. So I thought we'd get in here and play a little bit of it and kind of show off what's going on for anyone that hasn't heard of it yet. You can still sign up for like open beta keys and stuff. They do it randomly every week or so. But yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. What's my money looking like? All right, so we got to go buy some stuff. We got to go buy some stuff. So yeah, it's very much an old school MMO. You know, corpse runs, and obviously nighttime you can't see anything without torches, and you know, it's interesting. You know, as always, when it comes to like game streams, I'm never sponsored to do any of this stuff. I mean, I'm fine with sponsorships. If you guys want to advertise on the stream, by all means. I like money. But no, for the most part, I mean, they're not really sponsored streams or anything. So I always try giving my honest thoughts about a lot of these games. And you know, this is not going to be an exception. This game's not going to be for everyone. I doubt it's even going to be for me. Is it a good game? No, not really. Is it kind of addicting in a way that MMOs aren't these days? Yeah, I would say that. I would say so. You know, it's a nice game that I don't have to think about, I guess is the best way to describe it. You know, you get in here and you kill a bunch of monsters. That's really, it's in the name. It's in the name. You get in and you grind a lot. And as someone that likes putting a lot of things up on the second monitor, or obviously streaming and just kind of hanging out with chat, just talking for a little bit, It is good in that respect. That I don't really have to think about it. You know, you just get in. There's not really a lot of quests or anything like that. I mean, there are quests, but they work a little bit differently than modern MMOs. There's no markers or anything. You kind of have to find out what's going on. But, you know, that also has the caveat of, you know, it's very much an old school game. Like, I think a lot of the devs used to work on EverQuest or something like that. I don't know a whole lot of the history about it. So it's a game that ignores about 20 years of quality of life improvements of modern gaming. There's like a market, I guess you could say. You know, there's people that like WoW Classic, and they want the kind of grind and spending some time. And, you know, the current debate in a lot of the forums and stuff is, you know, solo players versus grouping and that kind of thing. Because, you know, a lot of the people here really want this to be a game that you kind of have to group up with people. They want that community aspect of it. But there's also a lot of decisions that come with that. Like I said, that kind of ignore most modern gaming design. I feel like when you start talking about a lot of throwback kind of games like this, people are really bent on nostalgia, right? They're really bent on the idea of like, oh, this was what gaming was really like. Yeah, I want it to be difficult and I want it to be hard and that kind of thing. Because, you know, they were 12 years old when they played EverQuest. So, of course, things made a lot more sense to them than when they had a lot of time and no responsibilities. But I think a lot of it is also just... where am I going? There we go. I think a lot of it is also just... I don't know. It's not really understanding of why a lot of modern gaming is the way that it is. Like, obviously, you know, with a big game like WoW or something like that, player feedback is always kind of like a hot button topic, right? It's always kind of a hot button topic. That's right. I don't really have anything else until like 6. So 7. Okay. That's fine. We don't really have to worry about a whole lot here. And so obviously, like, player feedback is a lot of it, and a lot of the people that like a lot of the old school stuff, I feel like one common thing that I hear all the time on a lot of these forums and discussions is devs need to stop listening to the players. Players don't know what they want and all of this, you know, basically fighting against themselves, right? But, you know, I don't think that is necessarily as big of a thing as a lot of the grognards think it is, right? Even when WoW originally came out, way back when it was still difficult and, you know, you lost experience and all of this other stuff, you know, the true WoW Classic experience. A lot of the stuff that was changed from EverQuest design was just, it was bad design. Right? It just wasn't fun. And WoW changed a lot of that stuff to make it fun. You know, people have moved on. It's 2026. People have different priorities about what they want out of a game. There's a lot of things that are just flat out frustrating now. And, you know, devs that are really stubborn love to call it friction. You hear that word a lot. I hate that word so much because it pops up in every kind of gaming discussion. But yeah, they keep talking about friction. And 90% of the time, they mean we want things to be difficult because we're stubborn and we don't want to change it. There's really no basis for a lot of it. You know, there's sometimes good friction, you know, in games. I don't want to say that there's not. But the way that it's used in modern development, 90% of the time is just stubbornness, you know. They want to make things hard for the sake of it being hard and really no other reason. And yeah, a lot of that kind of design has gone by the wayside over the past decade or two. And this game is trying to bring it back, and there's a lot of things that are going to frustrate a lot of people. I don't know how it's going to go. They say they're not doing this for money. That is all a volunteer team. They have no expectations of it actually selling anything. Yeah, right. Come on. You're not fooling anybody in 2026 with that. Yeah, server costs alone are going to make this something that they're going to have to recoup some kind of money from. Right. So, that being said, you know, like I said, it is addictive. It is fun in just kind of a mindless grinding kind of way. But this is actually like my second Death Knight that I've made. The first one I got up to like level 8 or 9, and then I decided to try one of the nearby dungeons, the one that's up there, the Tomb of the Wormsbane or whatever. It was going well. I was just kind of running around solo doing my thing, couldn't see shit. Then got invited to a random group of some people passing by. I'm like, all right, sure. And at one point, there was like a little crossroads in there, and they ran off somewhere. I couldn't see where they went. They were gnomes or goblins or something. Basically, they had night vision, and I do not. So I couldn't see anything, and I don't know where they went. So I didn't really leave this crossroads. But they ran off and died, and then they blamed me for leaving them, even though I didn't move. And then I died, and I restarted the character because there was no possible way I was going to be able to get my corpse back. I don't even know where I was in there. I was so turned around. Yeah. So, all of that gear. Oh, hey, an Elitron plate. All right. So, yeah, all of that gear, all of that money that I had, anything that that was with me at the time was gone. When you die in here, you lose everything on your body that is with you at the time. And that includes your spell book. So I did not even have access to get my spells back, right? So yeah, that was frustrating. That's the kind of game that we're dealing with. It was probably my mistake for going in there in the first place and just joining a random group. But, you know, we were doing all right. Really, nothing in there was super difficult until there were like 20 guys on me, right? Until all of the ones that killed the rest of my party started trying to find me. And even then, I probably would have been able to handle it, but the one that I was attacking clipped into the stairs, and I couldn't do any damage to it. So yeah, you know, stuff like that, it's frustrating. Like, I kind of understand the appeal of corpse runs and, you know, making sure that there's some kind of punishment for dying. But it's gotta be, like, reasonable, I think. Because you're just gonna lose players if they go into a dungeon like that and they worked really hard over a week to get some really decent gear. You know, the old school MMO guys will say, well, that's a learning lesson. Now you won't do that again. The modern response to that is going to be, okay, fine, I'm not going to play this game. I'll go play something else, right? That's where we're at. You know, when EverQuest was around, it was really the only MMO on the market until WoW came along, right? That's no longer the case. They no longer have that excuse for a lot of these decisions. So yeah, it's frustrating. I still want to try and at least see other areas. That's really the main reason I'm even playing this at this point, is just so I can see more than just these two zones that I've seen through this and the open beta that was about a month or so ago, right? That's really the only two zones that I've seen. I would like to see more than that. That is currently the goal, is to see more than two zones. I feel like that's kind of reasonable. I feel like that's something that should be doable. And yet, so far, it has eluded me. So, yeah. Also, waiting for this nighttime to get out. One kind of scary part with this area is you can occasionally get sandstorms. And when that happens, you can't see shit. I think there's probably fog right now. because I'm not really seeing a whole lot. Usually you can see at least a little bit better than this at night. Not by much, but a little bit. So I'm kind of thinking there might be fog at the time. But yeah, when there's like a sandstorm or something, you just straight up, you can't see. It's a little bit much. It's a little bit much, I'll be honest. I mean, there's a lot about this game that's a little bit much. But, you know, I feel like I've been ragging on the game quite a bit. To be clear, I am playing it. Like, let's make that super clear. There is a lot that I do like about it. Like I said, I mean, there is that kind of just mindless grind aspect to it that's kind of nice. But I also really like what they've been doing with some of the classes. I know some of the job changes and deep dives that they've been doing lately have been kind of controversial. Like, I've seen people saying, like, Shadow Knight is really not in a good place. I guess maybe I just have not been high enough level at all to really experience that, because I'm loving Shadow Knight. I probably like it more than any of the other classes that I've played so far. I do have like a level 4 or 5 Shaman as well. That was one that just recently got a rework, and it's okay. I feel like I didn't really notice a whole lot different about it than when I played Druid during the open beta test. They feel very similar. And I do feel like they are like a good example of like, okay, this class, you really kind of got to group with people to make it work. So, yeah, I like Shadow Knight because I can get in here and I can take a whole lot of stuff. I can do a whole lot of damage without really having to break a sweat. And that feels kind of nice after playing a couple of the other classes lately. But yeah, I mean, overall, I feel like the game feels pretty good. There's been a few latency issues and stuff lately. Mostly in North Harbor, which is the big city we were just in. So, you know, there's a few issues. Once you leave Night Harbor, it's really not as bad. Like, you can definitely get around without really having too much lag or anything. But yeah, when you get into the city areas where there's a lot of people, you know, once again, hey, we're just doing this for volunteer work. Yeah, sure thing, man. That's why the servers are dying when there's more than like 20 people on, huh? Right? But I mean, overall, like, I haven't had too many bugs aside from the skeleton that killed me clipping through the stairs. The variety of abilities and stuff on Shadow Knight feel really good. Like, I'm digging all of my move sets. I like the idea of being able to kind of like steal and life tap. They're that kind of tank. They're kind of like warriors in FF14. Yeah, they're really meant to keep themselves alive. It's not quite as extreme, but they definitely have a lot of sustain that that some of the other classes that I played do not. So yeah, I've liked that quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, overall, I feel like the balance it feels pretty good. Just in my experience with, you know, just playing a little bit sub level 10, you know, putting in my 40 hours or whatever to the game. You might have a completely different opinion at end game. I have no idea how these feel at level 60. But just from what I've experienced, I'm enjoying the variety quite a bit. They do still have an issue of direction. I feel like that's something we kind of talked about the last time we did this during the open beta test. There just not really being a whole lot of direction. You know, I don't mind the idea of make your own fun. I mean, I play Elite Dangerous, for God's sakes. I mean, it's kind of, you really got to know how to make your own fun in that one. But you need to have like some kind of defined goal if you're going to have a game where that's kind of the design choice, right? So right now I'm just running around killing things. There's really no point to anything that I'm doing other than just leveling up. And that to me is not going to be enough for a lot of people. I think the beetle quests are a really good example of things that are kind of small and not necessarily super obvious, but do a world of good for just giving your players some kind of direction. It's a small quest. You know, it's not completely necessary for every class. Like, it helps me out a little bit if I want the HP just to kind of get my starter gear, but I'll replace most of that beetle stuff pretty quickly. But it gives users like, hey, go kill these things, these specific things. Like, it gives them a goal to work towards that's more than just leveling, right? And I feel like the game does not have a whole lot of that. There's a couple like small side quests and stuff you can find. You know, there's a wiki, obviously it's an MMO, there's going to be a wiki. Yeah, I feel like there's a pretty big gap, especially from like level 4 to 8 of just not really giving the player a whole lot of idea of what they should be doing. So you're just kind of just like roaming around, just killing things for the sake of killing them and getting your levels up. And for some people, that's going to be fine. But for a lot of players, I think they're going to reach a point where they're like, why am I doing this? Like, what is the point of all of this? Right? And there's got to be some kind of point. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be like a big epic quest. Even the rewards themselves don't have to be super great. They just need some kind of direction. They need a reason to focus certain mobs over others. Right? And we really don't have that. Right now, I'm just trying to level, get my gear, get my money up, so I can actually replace some of the gear that I lost when I re-rolled the character. And get out so I can do my level 8 quest. I mean, I could probably group up and go do it now. The mobs weren't that super hard. But I'm mostly doing this solo. So I want a little bit above what's probably required, right? Gotta go kill some were-rats down at a bandit camp and try and dodge a giant, like a sand giant the entire time, right? And then that will be like the finisher of my class quest. It gives me a nice vest and yeah, it's a good piece of gear, right? But to get to that point, I don't really have anything specific that I'm trying to do in the meantime. And I would like something specific to try and do. I would like to have a reason for coming out and killing these things. Right now it's just the dune scarabs. That's really about it. And like I said, it's not even super necessary for a Shadow Knight. Your plate gear that you buy will probably outweigh it pretty quickly. All right. Moon's kind of vaguely over in that direction, so hopefully the sun will be coming out soon. Guess I can turn this on. Go kill a different fire beetle. Hit another one. But yeah, there's definitely gaps. And there's also, you know, I talked about it a little bit during the open beta test. There's also a gap, like, geographically in the game. Like, you can literally tell which dune is like, hey, don't go past this dune, right? And I feel like they could even that out a little bit more, because it does feel like there's not a ton of mobs that I can really go out and like just really start wailing on. Either they feel like they're going to be too high up or too low level, and I'm just kind of like barely getting anything from it. I'd like a little bit more evenness. I don't know why like the giant fire beetles are so much different than the giant dune scarabs. There's like a really big gap between those two mob types, and I don't really know why. There really doesn't seem to be any like rhyme or reason for it. Yeah, you keep fighting that shapeshifter while I take this scarab. Guess I can go and probably get my... I think I can get the breastplate. Whichever one is the Elytron, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I was really digging it. I was having a really good time. And then I had the Zen loss. And I was like, you know what? We're just gonna start over, and it did kill a lot of my enthusiasm, and I have a feeling that is going to be happening a lot. I have a feeling that is going to be something you're going to hear a lot of from people trying to play this game. It's definitely not a mass market MMO by any means. I mean, they admit that. I think a lot of the players will tell you that, and I think the devs will tell you that. It's really not meant to have that kind of mass appeal, but yeah, I feel like it's also a game that if it only has like 100 players, there's going to be some issues, right? Okay, I don't think I get my weapon guard. Ooh, you've got a shield. The nice thing about this being like my 5th or 6th character that I've gotten to level 5, I know how to get money. Know how to get money now. Really, it's just killing skeletons because they have weapons and armor on them a lot of times, and you just sell that. You know, sometimes it's not a lot, but hey, if you can find one that's got a cracked staff, hey, that's like 2 silver. There you go. That's the secret. Kill things that have weapons. Plus, they drop a little bit of cash just on their own, but it's not a ton. Like 2 copper. The Ashira drop a little bit more, and the Ashira can also have some weapons and stuff on them too. Like that one. You get over here. You stop that. Yeah, I do want to try. I don't know if I'll be able to get it done in a month or whatever we've got. But I do want to try and get a little bit higher level, so... Oh, I don't know why I picked up the Mathail root. I don't even really have anything I can do with it. That's fine. Yep. Maybe there's someone that sells it, that takes it. I haven't found anyone to buy it yet. Yeah, I would like to see some of the higher level stuff. I want to see what these guys are like at like level 60. Mostly I just want to see new zones. I want to see new areas more than anything else. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the zone design. I mean, it's mostly just been deserts, but you know, we did do a little bit over in the forest area not too long ago. It is a cool zone too, but I'd like to see a little bit more beyond that. See what else, what our other options are. There we go. Like, for me, that's what an MMO is all about. I'm all about the exploration. I want to see the zone design. I want to enjoy the vistas. I want to, you know, have fun exploring a world. Sometimes I'll take a look at Blue Sky and I see a lot of like pushback against open world like games. People, people are sick of open world and live service and all this, and I don't really agree with that. You can look through the channel. We do a lot of open world stuff, and for me, I feel like that just it's all about enjoying the landscape. I'm someone that likes to go out and just enjoy my time among the world, right? You know, I like going to national parks, and I like seeing what's out there, and sometimes I'm not in a position where I can really do a whole lot of that, so video games provide an opportunity for me to go out and, you know, see some cool landscapes and stuff and just enjoy my time in the world. anytime I see, you know, a lot of people pushing back against open world stuff, I'm just like, do you not go to the park just to enjoy going to the park? Like, do you not like doing things if it doesn't have a point? Like, go outside and just enjoy being outside, right? And if you can't do that, that's one of the joys of video games, is they allow you to do that kind of thing, right? So, yeah. It's been interesting to see some of that pushback. Live service, I can kind of understand that to a point. Not everything needs to have a subscription. Greaves 2 and 2, got it. Gotcha. Get my booties. There we go. All right. Yeah, like the live service, I can understand a little bit more. Not everything necessarily needs to have a subscription to it, right? But I think there is very much a difference between like games that have a battle pass versus like an MMO, you know? So, yeah. But yeah, the open world stuff, what the heck? Okay. How's it going? How's it going, buddy? All right, there's got to be a spell that they're using to enlarge, embiggen. Yeah, like open world, A+. I am absolutely fine with open world and just running around enjoying my time. All right, let's rest up. Anyone got so? Anyone got so? Probably not. It's fine. That's okay. We'll live. Let me take a look at the old wiki to see when I actually do get the weapon guard. Shadow Knight spells. Oh, it's actually level 4. Okay. I should probably go get that. Weapon guard is really good. Yeah, this fire's not going anywhere. It does really suck that, you know, just like EQ used to be, this is yet another game that's really, like, super reliant on your speed buff. Like, I'm just, like, really crawling right now. I see people down here killing these cellar rats and cellar beetles, and I still have not been able to figure out where all of that is happening. Where are these? Where is this cellar? What secrets do you have? What's going on down there, guys? Oh, these are the well-worn cloth trousers. Okay. I guess that's my starter gear, so that's fine. Like, even if there was just like a basic sprint, I feel like the devs are the kind of people that wouldn't add a sprint in solely because other games have sprint and those games are newer, so therefore it equals bad. Just the kind of vibes that I'm getting. But like in real life, if they want immersion in real life, like, yeah, I'm gonna hustle across the street sometimes. Like, people jog. How am I doing on my food? Okay, we're doing all right. I've got plenty of scarab legs. We're living the life. We're living the dream. So now I need a thorax plate, and that'll complete it. But if not a big deal. That one is less of an issue because that is going to be replaced by my Shadow Knight questline. Yeah, especially like when you're in this city, man. It shouldn't take this long to cross the city just to get to your your class trainer. A little weird. Hmm. Yeah, we'll kill the skeleton. Why not? It knows what it did. Eventually, I need to start saving up these bones. Like, Shadow Knight's really fun because eventually they do get a pet, which I did not know when I picked the class, but yes. They do indeed get a pet. And that makes things really easy. Hmm. Library. Where my library? Where my books? I sell you some bones. Yes. I guess I could sell some of that resin. I don't really hold torches. Like it's interesting because as a Shadow Knight, I use two-handed weapons, so I don't really have the opportunity to use a torch. There's my weapon shield. There it is. Burn that on. All right. I like how many like passives and stuff we get. All of these. I don't really use resin for anything. All right, how we doing money wise? 1.7. All right, that cost more than I thought it did. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go sit by the old campfire for a little bit longer. Get this rested XP up. And make myself some coffee. And then now that it's daylight, we can go out and actually see what we're doing. How's that? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Feared. Oh, someone cast Berserker on me? That's nice. Don't know when that happened. I didn't realize that the wolf form was something that you could cast on other players too. That's kind of neat. And you know, if we want to try out a different job or a different class or something, we can do that too. I am a little disappointed that, and this is why, you know, they keep saying October release, and I'm really skeptical for October early access. They still don't have all of the races available. I'd really like to try some of these other races, but they don't have them all available yet, which is very disappointing because there are a couple that I wanted to try that they're still not in the game. So yeah, I mean, we can always hop over and try a different job or a different class. And yeah, I've been kind of curious with doing all this tanking stuff. I kind of want to try Paladin. Kind of want to see what those guys are like. How how do they fare? And maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky, and while I'm making some coffee, someone will cast some buffs on me. Any so, please. All right, give me a second. I will be right back. All right, I'm caffeinated. Caffeinated and ready. Okay, what's going on? Okay, no one cast on me. That's fine. I'll survive, I suppose. It's not like we really. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lily Leaf. I appreciate you. I couldn't find her. I think she's just kind of hanging out there casting the entire time. I think she's the one that buffed me last time. So yeah, I mean, we could theoretically hop into the Tomb of the Wormsbane just to like dip our toes in, but it's pretty buggy. It's pretty buggy, I'm not gonna lie. There's some issues. But it would give us some money. It's just it's also very dark. It's hard to see in there. Even when it's daytime, and that's kind of annoying. There's supposedly a map on the wiki somewhere, but the one that I saw didn't really tell me anything. It's not very good. So, yeah, that's a problem. Hello, you have a mace. I need it. Give me that. So yeah, it's really just a matter of getting up to level 8 at this point and just kind of going from there. And it's not even that I couldn't do this quest at a lower level. I think the were-rats really aren't too bad. It's just, it's more the run there. That's a lot. It's the run there. It's dealing with all of that BS. And yeah, and there are like a lot of groups and stuff over there too that make it a little tricky. Like all the were-rats are hanging out with their buddies. So you got to be able to take, you know, a couple at a time, which can be a bit. Ooh, is that a cracked staff? Could it be? Oh, it's a spear. Never mind. Maybe that'll be worth something. I guess we'll find out. Ugh. Kick you. I do try kicking just to keep my acrobatics up. Just go ahead and get your skills leveled. Ugh. Right, it is a rusty war lance. Not what I expected, but that's fine. That's okay. Are you an actual jackal pup? Okay. That one there is like a statue or something. I don't know what the deal is with it. Maybe like part of a quest. There's a lot of stuff that you have to use like the HUD commands, like search and look at and pick up and that kind of thing. So it could be one of those things where I have to know the secret command or something. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work I don't want to deal with. Yeah, I mean, we can go check it out just so I can show you guys what's going on in here. Why it's kind of a pain. If I die, I die. It's fine. I can't really go super deep in there. We might as well take a look. You can see it. Like, I think you can go in here as early as level 3. Kind of depends if you got a group or not. I really didn't think anything was necessarily that bad at level 8. It's just a lot of mobs. It's very easy to get surrounded, and they respawn super fast. So you gotta be kind of careful. But if we're just dipping our toes in, like through the very entrance, it shouldn't be too terrible. I mean, you can already see it's super dark. So like I'm a Shadow Knight. I don't have a lot of options when it comes to torches and that kind of thing. I don't know if there's like a lantern you can put on your belt or something, or if you're just kind of stuck with fire beetle eyes the entire time, right? Take that. Lot of dead guys. A lot of dead guys. But yeah, you can already see it's pretty easy to get turned around in here and lose your way. Lot of corpses. Lot of corpses. They're not too bad. Oh, we can do this. Probably. I assume. Nope. Not doing the zombie shit. Come on. Oh, maybe I can. Not too bad. Okay. Alright, we're getting this done somehow. Alright, but now I'm completely lost because I lost my light. So I have no way of knowing how to get back. It's fine. Feel its strength, that helps out a little bit. Nice, nice. Played not a whole lot for me, but that's okay. Hey. What about you? Ooh. Ugh. All right. I mean, I guess I could make a torch real quick to find my way out. Ah, like their little death sounds. Can I make a crude handmade torch? I cannot because I got rid of all my resin. Okay. That's fair. This way. Okay, and then we've got the trap here. All right. And back out. Please. I'm over it. But yeah, it kind of sucks not being able to do a whole lot in there. I feel like I'd be able to get a fair amount of XP and stuff if I could actually see. But nope. You know, you're playing a Shadow Knight, you're playing a two-hander class, you're just screwed. I mean, you can go in with a sword and shield, I guess, but yeah, that kind of sucks. Like I said, I don't know if there's like a lantern or something you can put on your belt, but they clearly don't have it easily accessible at level 5. So I guess we're just out of luck. Ooh, diseased. Supposedly these guys drop like diseased meat or something like that. I don't know what all it means. And all strength. I've seen some people asking about it in chat. Diseased snake blood. So yeah, I don't entirely know what to do with all of that. It'll probably just end up getting destroyed. I assume it's for a quest or something for one of the starter quests. But I don't know for sure. Always kill every scarab. There we go. And the reason is very simple. It's not even the armor. Since the open beta, I guess they changed it. It used to be that you could use the legs of any beetle to make your boiled scarab legs. So you could kill fire beetles and all of that. I don't know if I'm just missing something or what, but now it seems to be only from the dune scarabs. It has to be actual dune scarab legs. But it is probably the easiest food to make. So if you don't want to deal with having to worry about a lot of food and all of that, constantly buying all of that, yeah, the boiled scarab legs is probably the easiest. Like, there's definitely other cooking options, but like a lot of it needs salt, and salt I feel like is really hard to find. Like you buy it. From what I've seen, you buy it from a barrel from the cooking vendors, but the barrel costs like a few silver. It's not cheap. And you get a lot of sea salt from it, but it's yeah, it's kind of expensive. It just doesn't feel worth it when I can just kill a bunch of dune scarabs, boil their legs, and eat some bugs, right? Like, as far as I can tell, there's not too terribly different of a there's not a whole lot of difference between the foods. I'm sure at like higher levels you'll have buff food and that kind of thing, but for right now it does not seem to be an issue. All right, so I have rabies and I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm assuming it means what does rabies mean? It says disease. It doesn't tell me what it does. Okay. Good to know. Right, let's take a look at the butcher. See if he'll take the diseased blood. That's fine. Do you have anything decent yet? I think it's still a little bit out of range. I think it's still out of range. I can buy a copper bracer. Be a bad idea. Just something. Plate girl. Oh, someone else probably just bought it. Cool. Love it. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. AC7. My hands. Got some gloves. 7 versus 8. Oh. Okay, why would I not? Why would I not get that? Okay. All right, so now I guess it's time to look at the old wiki and see what I got to do with this diseased blood. Probably nothing. Probably not a whole lot I can do with it. That's fine. Rabies I'm not worried about. We'll just deal with it. I think it like slows my regen or something. Eh. It's beta. This is all getting wiped anyway, so not a big deal. Bone chips 7. All right, easy way to make money. 1 scarab carapace, 1 scarab leg. Get a shield, go turn it in. It's like 34 copper. So, you know, make a little bit back. I feel like I'm doing all right. Level 5, AC 35. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Not worried about the breastplate. We'll deal with that as we can. You go. This was diseased snake blood. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be for a quest. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's the Ranger starting quests. Okay, so it doesn't do anything for me. Completely useless for me. Where did you go? There we go. So I've got like 3 carapaces. We can just sell it. We can just sell it. It's fine. I don't need the breastplate. I'd rather have the money. Alright, but good to know about the disease things. I didn't know that they gave me rabies, so good to know to avoid those next time. You live and you learn, I guess. It's fine. It's just slowly working its way through my nervous system up to my brain. Eventually it'll just cook me alive. It's fine. You can survive that, right? Ugh. Okay, let's this has been really spotty. Sometimes it gets me rest, sometimes it doesn't. And the lag in town doesn't really help. Like all of my buffs and all of that good stuff, it doesn't really show up for a fair amount of time. Usually once I start moving again, you just kind of, I gotta pay attention to my chat and wait for it to say you feel well rested or whatever. And it seems like it's going, there we go. There we go, look at that. Look at that, it's going up. Finally. I'm gonna take a look at rabies and see what that does. Rabies. Only curable via death or a spell. Or I could just let it wear off in 42 minutes. Which, given how much I keep running back and forth, you know what? That's fair. I can wait it out. I can wait out the 37 minutes. I'm a streamer. We got all the time in the world. That's content, baby. Let's go. And how much more? 43. So basically when my speed of the wild runs out, then I will know. Which means I will probably be back in town anyways. God, I feel like night lasts so much longer than day. Like it's already almost over. The day is almost done. Really? Hell, that's fine, I guess. We'll just deal with it. I hope you guys are ready. You're not gonna be able to see shit on screen. It's a bit much. Ooh, hey, there's a thorax plate. I mean, if I can get enough carapaces anyways to just get the breastplate, I might as well. It's gonna be a bit before I get the quest done, so okay, that's fair. Doing on wood. 12. I can make one campfire. Hooray. I will say one thing that a lot of people have really been negative about is the trade skills. You'll notice I haven't done a whole lot with trade skills other than collecting lumber. They've added a bunch of stuff, so most of the trade skills are active at this point. But the way that they did it, I don't know what they're doing with it. So you have to buy recipes, right? It's like, okay, that's fine. It's not the first MMO where you've had to do that. But they're so expensive for what you can actually make that there's really no reason to do it, like at all. Like, I don't know why anyone would be spending like 5 silver on like a basic copper like bracelet, right? It's kind of ridiculous. So that's like been the big negative a lot of people have been talking about lately is the trade skill expense and having to buy the recipes. Yeah, I really don't know what the mindset is on that. Because, like, as an MMO sicko, I like trade skills. I like crafting. And especially in a game where, like, player auctions and buying and selling from other people is such a big deal, it just feels really weird to limit it to such an amount. You know, it could be that they've got something in the works for their next update or something where maybe money gain is a little bit easier. Maybe they're going to adjust buying and selling prices at these shops. But for where it is right now, it's just not worth it. Curious Jackal? Oh, you're a regular Jackal. Ooh, and you're a skeleton. Let's go. Ah. I like their death rattle. I like their death rattle a lot. All right, well, you know, at some point we're gonna find out what rabies actually does. It's probably gonna be really bad, so we're just gonna test the waters for a bit. I mean, let's take a look here. No, my drain life still works. So does rabies do anything? I guess is the question. Take them when they're just hanging out like that. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. No. No. Oh, there's already someone there. That's okay. It's not the most depressing thing in the world. Try this camp. There's probably someone here too. Like, if you really care about killing the Ashira, you'd want to go out the other gate, the north gate or whatever it is. That area is just like nothing but Ashira. I don't think I can take 3 of them. Take them all individually. That's not a problem. I'll just wait for it to wander back, but I probably can't take both of them at the same time. All right. You can come back now. You wander over here except for the one time I need you. There we go. Yeah, the lookouts are easy. Wait. There we go. I mean, I do have Speed of the Wild. We can always give it a shot. I'm not super confident, but, you know. We're just goofing. We're just goofing around. Nothing means anything. Life has no meaning. Right, Estrell. Give in now. What's the other one? If the other one's blue, maybe. Nah. I don't want to risk it. I'd probably be able to get one down, but I don't think I'd be able to escape the second. All right, well, I guess we'll kill some fire beetles until I get another eye. Probably the only other option, things to do right now. Like, I would go kill some of the crocodiles, like the little hatchlings, but that area is just like super camped. I mean, it's easy to see why. It's like really mindless, dumb, easy leveling, right? They respawn so quickly that you just park yourself there, and they don't really do anything. They're pretty harmless once you reach a certain point. So, yeah, you just park yourself there and don't move for a couple of hours. As I can get a beetle bowl. Still don't have one. You get over here. Need your legs. Legs are tasty. It doesn't do anything. Like kick works exactly as it usually does. It interrupts spellcasting, but even if it doesn't do anything, you still get acrobatics level for it. So I've been trying to make sure to use it on cooldown just to keep my acrobatics up. I don't know what acrobatics does. I don't know if it helps me dodge or anything, but you know, it's a skill. So I want it leveled. That's really what it comes down to. It's gonna be an option. I'm gonna use it. Yeah, see, this guy's got the same idea. We're all going to the same area. There's not even with as fast as they spawn, there's not going to be enough for more than probably 3 people. We can take a look. But the other thing is the parts that you get from them sell for a fair amount. Except for the fish bones. I have not figured out the fish bones. Are you a person? Yes. Okay. I was like, that better not be. There's a risen captain that runs around here. And he's like level 10 or something. So you don't want to run into him. He looks like a normal skeleton. He is not. He's a very scary fellow. Well, so far this rabies has done jack, so I assume things are okay. Assume we're all right. Just keep doing our thing. All right, yeah, most of this stuff is pretty easy. The first thing that I did when I remade my Shadow Knight was beeline to a good weapon. Beeline to this, what is it, copper greatsword or whatever. It makes all the world of difference having a solid weapon as a Shadow Knight. So even before I was worried about my armor, I wanted to make sure I was doing damage. Nothing's really scary when you're hitting for like 32 apiece, right? This one's putting up a fight. No! My deluge! Yeah, see, I literally do not have to move. If I get into a decent spot here, I can just pull everything. Just pull everything from where I'm standing. I feel like they still give decent XP. Even once you're up there a bit. How am I doing? Yeah, we're doing all right. Like at level 6, a little less so. Probably won't get a whole lot from them then. But I like money. Their skins sell for a decent amount. You stop that. You run away. Nice. I guess there is a hardcore turn on too, which is interesting. I keep seeing it pop up in this chat. I've got it covered. But yeah, it tells you when people decide to do the hardcore mode. It's kind of interesting. Anytime they level up, it tells you. Right. The teeth are not doing a whole lot for me. It could be better. Yeah, see how fast these things respawn? Even with like 3 of us here, We're not going to have any pro trouble between all of us. And they don't aggro you, which is nice. All right, I think that's probably enough. We should probably go sell. Ooh, a famished zombie. They want to avoid those guys. Ooh. Might actually be able to take it. Oh, is that the captain? A burned skeleton? What's a burned skeleton? Curious. Never seen one of those. As we're gonna find out. I think maybe they were pulled from further in the desert. What's your deal, my friend? Why are you burned? I've been burned before. That's why I became a VTuber. When you know things are going really well. Huh. Doesn't really seem like it does anything different. Weird. Make some bandages. I don't know. Maybe the rabies slows my mana regen. Because I feel like I've actually got more health than I did before. Like, I'm not really hurting for anything. Curious. War child. I haven't seen too many edgelord names. I've seen some funny ones. Are you fire beetle? You're not what I want. You're not what I need. Ugh. Now let's go make some money. Little bit by little bit. It's kind of how it goes. You just make it like 30 copper at a time. At least until you get to the good stuff. Yeah, blister beetle, probably still a bit too much. They put on an exhaustion, which can be really annoying to deal with. Sell one thorax plate, but we don't really have a whole lot of carapaces, do we? I sold all of those. Whoops. It's fine. We don't need those. Sometimes if I'm really generous, I'll just drop it in front of a campfire or something. Because they're kind of a low drop rate. But the problem is I don't know if anyone ever actually picks them up. Like, I know I ignore most of the bags just sitting around on the ground. Probably missing some good stuff, but it's fine. Of course, now that I've actually got my thorax plates, I'm not going to be able to get any of the actual carapaces. It's fine. See, I feel like these guys are just not doing any damage to me. Ever since I got rabies, I powered up. That's right, kids. Go play with the raccoon. You'll get superpowers. Here you go. Hey, there's one. Need what? 2 more? You stupid skelly. All right. All right, any more beetles? Any more? Nope, just fire beetles. The useless ones. Finish your scout. Oh, buddy, you know it is. All right, I should be using my life drain more. I want to make sure that I'm like staying topped up on want to make sure that I'm staying topped up on my evocation or whatever. All right. And it was about time we needed to head back anyways. You basically go out in like 20-minute runs. Unless you want to make a campfire while you're out there. It does make a pretty big difference. That the rested XP buff. Yeah. Apparently, like, if you are just, like, straight grinding, like, not really caring about the money and all of that, apparently it's really not that hard to get up to 60. It's just kind of mindless. You got to know where the camps are. You got to know what, where to go. All right, fire beetle gland. Remember, only sell one. Oh, they're listed separately anyways. Hey, makes that easy. Cool. Have anything else? Everything else goes to the kitchen. They buy bones. And cheese. Ooh, I've got some cheese cubes. I should have some of those. Been a while since I've had a good cube. Nice, worthwhile snack at 2 o'clock in the morning when everything's closed. Why not? All right. Cook. Probably start looking at buying some water, though. Yeah, see, 7 apiece. Really easy to get. Not bad. Not bad. All right, we can craft 1. Or not. I think I need 3 for the breastplate. I wasn't originally going to be aiming for it, but I mean, if we're going to have the thorax plate anyways, we might as well. There's really no reason not to. So we got 5. Still good on water. Water's kind of cheap. It's like 10 copper a piece. Stay Puft begins casting Speed of the Wild. Not have thought the Marshmallow Man had the hustle, but you know, you just see. I guess you just can't judge. How we doing on my rabies? 15 minutes. Hey. I'm gonna put this, oh, I had a silver in here and I did not know. Okay. Good to know. All right. Thank you, Stay Puffed. I will bow. Yeah, Stay Puft Mini Mallow Man. I like that. I like that name. All right. This Black Moon Rising, I don't know what their deal is. They're like the big guild. I feel like half the people I see are in them. All right. We got to get up to 20 minutes and then we'll be all right. I can open up my soda. That's right. Nothing but caffeine for this temple. Oh. All right, but yeah, we'll be back into like some FF12 probably later tonight. I don't know when. I don't know when. We're just vibing. I feel like when you're at the point that you're playing Monsters and Memories, you know, you really just don't have a lot of direction and a lot of things in life at the time. So we're just gonna be winging it. There we go. But yeah, it's just been it's been kind of a nice thoughtless break after doing the Dawn Trail World Tour. God, that last relic step is so much. It's literally kill certain mobs in every Dawn Trail zone, plus 5 fates in every Dawn Trail zone, plus every Dawn Trail dungeon, trial, and raid. Oh, and alliance raids. It's literally every bit of Dawn Trail content to get your final relic weapon. It's a lot. It's too much. I needed to not be doing that for a little bit. But hey, I made my kitchen table, so that's good. I got that done yesterday. That was nice. Need to see if I can get some marble flooring or something. Maybe that's something we can do. Work on the old G-Post studio a little bit. All right, I am freshly sped up. We are good to go. I need 2 more shells. Am I even gonna find 2 more Dune Scarabs with shells? I don't know. It's nice to be out of the city where I'm not lagging all the time. But hey, we're almost level 6. We're getting there. It's going faster than I thought now that I'm not really thinking about what I'm attacking. You know, I guess that's really what you got to do, is just not think. I don't know what that says about the game, but, you know, it says something, I suppose. You do better when you don't think about playing it. Great design. A+. There's so many fire beetles. I mean, I guess we can take out some of them. I don't know if it works the same way that EQ did, where they share the spawns. Like, if you want certain things to pop up, then you need to kill the old things, right? And then hopefully it will reset the spawn timer on it. And next time they pop up, they might all be doom beetles. I guess we'll find out. Hey, look at that. Look at us. We can see. We're just chewing through these things. But hey, they're still blue, which means I get a fair amount of XP from them. Not like a ton, but it's something. With how fast we're going through them, they die in like 2 hits. I just wish that that I could still use the legs for cooking. I don't know why they changed that. Or I could just be dumb and not knowing how to switch it. But yeah, I miss being able to use the fire beetle legs for meat. They really are just like the most convenient food to make. I guess I should remember to draw strength sometimes so to keep that renewed. It lasts like, what, 5 minutes? Yeah. That's a fair amount. That first sells for a decent amount too. Not as much as like the weapons, but it'll be okay. Be enough to probably buy either a cape or a mantle next. I don't know. One of the smaller things, like one of the back items. Could do bracers. We'll see if the copper bracers pop back up. Since that dwarf bought it before I could. So rude. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, like when you sell stuff to the vendors, it like gets added to the vendors. So you kind of have to rely on people like, I don't know, making things and then selling it to the vendor and then hoping the vendor puts it back up. I don't know how all it works, but that is a part of it. So like the shifty vendors, the shifty gnome, they can occasionally have some really good stuff. You just got to catch them at the right time. Like newbies that don't know what they got selling things and yeah. You get over here. I'm surprised that I'm not getting really hardly any beetle eyes. I don't know if they lowered the drop rate on them or what. I'm gonna kill this snake. How we doing? All right. Still a ways out. Still don't know what rabies does. We still got it. Still don't know. No, poison. Ah. There you go. All right. Story of my life. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, well, no, that's just a regular fire beetle. I've gotten really good at spotting the eyes of which one's which. No! Back off. Ah. Okay. I don't want to deal with all that. We're gonna zone out and zone back in. The jackal, they have a chomp they can do a fair amount. I gotta be careful. If it wasn't for this poison, I gotta let this poison wear off. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Oh god. Spilled half my soda. Oh no. Someone shook the can or what? Could have been me. Oh. Alright, that's fine. I'll just be sticky. I can survive that for a stream. Also, I see this beetle. Let's go. Get over here. I need your shell. And sometimes these lower level mobs are really good for Shadow Knights to like regen their health with life drain. Because you'll get more health back than they do to you. Hey, an Elytron plate. That's not what I need, but that's fine. Any others? Any others around? Nope. Okay. All right, we can zone back in. Magnificent Dwiz has died and joined the Heroes of Hardcore level 1. Well, that was fast. But, you know, it was a good effort. Oh, 2 curious jackals. That could be a problem. We'll wait and see. Why are there 2? Why are there 2? This game, man. This game. I don't know why we're doing this. I really don't. There's so many other things to play. It's fine. You know, you gotta give them a fair chance. You gotta give them a fair chance. You get a beta key, you might as well give it a shot. And that's the thing, is we can also make a new character. We can also try Paladin. Because I am actually curious about Paladins. Quite a bit. I assume that they've got like a lot more, I don't know, like self-heals, I would assume. You stop that. There we go. All right. There. Oh, I mean, my bind wound still works. So yeah, it's obviously not keeping me from healing. I don't even know. I don't even know. That's a fire beetle. Ugh. Just need one more carapace. Come on. Oh, wait, two more. I'm bad at math. I can't count. Well, nothing's popping up. I guess I can kill these spiders. Web sell for a decent amount, I guess. That's fine. All right, single jackal I can take. Let's do this. It's only when there's like 5 of them out of nowhere. Oh, Dwiz is back. He's ascended to the ranks of hardcore. Guess he made another character. None of them are respawning as Arabs. Right, well, I heard a dog back there somewhere. That's just a scout. Turn that on. It's going to disappear in like 2 seconds. Oh, we can try and get another one, I guess. There it goes. Oh, then. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with these eyes. They used to drop off like every other one. I guess they adjusted the rate, or I'm just really unlucky. After my last pull of Umas. That's probably more the luck thing. I really didn't expect to pull for Aston, but I did. I never got her, but I got four other 4 stars. 2 of which were just repeats. Actually, I think they were all repeats except one. I got the Flame Teo, and then like a bunch of others that I already had. Another Muteki. Another cheerleader, King Halo. I wouldn't have been so mad, but it wasn't even enough to like star uncap them. I'm just out of luck. Oh, Dune's Madman. Nope. Nope. Get the F out of here. There we go. Yeah, Dune's Madmen are like level 15 or some craziness. I don't know what he was doing so close to the wall. They're usually like way out there. Probably got pulled up. Someone running a train back to the zone. All right, well, we're just not going to be able to see. We're just not going to be able to see. It's okay. We kill the skeleton. All right, well, we didn't really get a whole lot to sell. Bunch of just spare parts, I guess. It's something, but I was hoping to get my carapace figured out. Did I even get like any kind of clothing or anything? No. All parts. Okay. That's fine. And I guess the fire beetle legs sell for a decent amount. More than I thought. Give this one more go. Hey, there we go. Hey, my rabies left. Yay, I'm cured. Oh, hey, a bow. Nice. I don't really do anything with those, but it's fine. We'll put it in here and sell it. I feel like I've had bows for a while, and I never really figured out how to get ammo for them. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. Not even gonna think about it. There's money. There we go. Spider silk. Get any pelts? I don't know if we did. I did. What are we doing? Got like 384. Not quite enough. Buy some more copper stuff. That's okay. Girl who summons. But what do you summon? Oh, is it getting light? Is it getting light? I think it is. It's the moon. It's going away. I mean, as annoying as the nighttime is, they did do a real good job with the skybox changing over time. It's pretty neat. Like the gradual light coming in. Usually it's like, okay, flip of a switch, right? But no, here it actually is kind of like a gradual sunrise. I dig it. How we doing? 42. Rip that guy. Wonder what happened to him. Someone else just died. Doing the run of shame. All right, back to it. Ollie is filled with celestial fury. That sounds kind of intense. But, you know, I guess I embrace the darkness or whatever, so it's fine. I thought that... Sorry, man. I thought your name was Ovarian for a second. I was like, all right, you know. Some people are into that. Oh yeah, I didn't sell the beetle plates. That's fine. We'll just hold on to them for now. Yeah, none of you guys have responded to anything good yet. Ooh. Ooh. 2 of them. All right, let's see if I can get them both. Here we go. Yeah, mine. Mine. Everyone else stay away. These are my bugs. Speaking of, so we've got a bunch of cicadas at work. And I feel like I've talked about this a lot before from the time I got one trapped in my room. But I hate cicadas. I am terrified of cicadas. So I've been avoiding the front doors at work. Just avoiding the general area outside. But I think one of them somehow snuck into our lobby. And I could never find it. Because you would just hear it flapping around somewhere. I don't know if it got trapped in a vent. Or like we've got these weird little recessed lights and stuff. I could never find it. But like I was up all night at work just like terrified in my own lobby. It was awful, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen cicadas up close. They're not small. They're very big. They're about the size of my hand. And they're very loud. I think that's the thing that if you live in an area that doesn't get a lot of them, you don't realize how loud they are. Like when you've got one trapped in your lobby, it sounds a lot more like a bird when they start flapping around. And you definitely notice when they start chirping. This one didn't chirp. It was just kind of like moving. You could hear it. They're crawling and waiting for me. I feel like I shouldn't be terrified going into work. If I'm going to be working in a hotel all night as a night auditor, like I would like some just like normal hauntings, right? Give me a sexy drowned girl or something, right? No, I get the cicadas. I get the boring, terrifying things. Ugh. You stupid jackal. He does some damage. Okay, I see you. Well, I guess I don't have all of my like thorn buffs and stuff that I had earlier. That's fine. It'll still get it down. It's just I don't want to have to wait an hour between each kill. Regen all my stuff. But we gotta watch out for that Dune's madman too. Hopefully he went back. Usually they roam like over there. It's like one of them. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing so far up here, man. This is not your home. Nothing. Alright, I guess we'll kill this snake. I don't see anything in the distance either. I guess we're just out of luck with these beetles, man. I just need two more thingies. More shells. Well, at least this guy will give me some copper. There we go. Something out of it. How they're doing at the old crocodile grounds. Probably full up now that it's day. I've noticed a lot of people seem to be kind of like scared of going out at night. I don't know if it's just their computer settings or what that they can't see. You ain't got to see, man. Eyes are for the weak. Just go out there. Just start swinging. Alright. Good with my timing on when I can actually cast stuff. I get interrupted pretty much anytime I get hit. Shadow Knight does have an ability that lets you keep casting through it. I don't want to spend the money on it. Not for something that I'm going to forget to press half the time, so... I just learned my timing. All I'm gonna do. 1 minute. Probably doesn't even have anything on it, but that's fine. Need more interesting things to kill. Scout's not gonna have anything. Where are my beetle bros at? Come on, man. I'll be around here somewhere. Maybe over this ridge. No. Okay. All right, back to spiders. Ugh. I feel like we're looking good. Going all right. Like I said, the breastplate isn't a big deal. But if I got the thorax piece, then I might as well just go ahead and get it. Right? I mean, it'll be a bit before I get my class chest. Why not? Ooh. Ooh. You get over here. Yeah. Alright, will this one be the one? Will it have anything? Ooh, this skeleton has a shield. Yeah, some legs are fine. Alright, take that first. Before he loads in. Fine. Fine. Hi, bug. And that one should be free to loot by now, too. We'll see. And I can't imagine anyone would leave without picking up a carapace, but never know. Yeah. Well, if anything, it'll despawn it. Reset the timer. And how? Oh. I didn't realize we were so close to leveling, so we'll just go ahead and kill everything. Should only take 1 or 2. I don't think there was a whole lot that I could get at level 6. I think I'm really waiting for level 7 and 8. But, you know, it's more stats. Makes things easier. It's a pretty noticeable difference. There we go. There we go. Ding. Yeah, we can go check out the crocodiles. See what they're doing over here. Ooh, he's got a kite shield. Those are a fair amount. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Life drain it. There you go. That was lower than I thought. Man, nothing. I don't even know how many I need. I think it's 3 and 3 plus the thorax. It might only be 2. Go back and take a look. Go speak to old Holt. Old buddy. There we go. How much is that healing me for now? 5? Yeah. Yeah, so it actually heals me for more than it does. Or about the same. About the same. Getting a lot of legs though, so that's good. Should be a lot of food, and I just need to worry about some water. That's easy to get. It's cheap. Any more before I head back in? Sell this shield? Probably not. Okay. Yeah, we can head back. That's all we're doing. That's the game. You ducking in and out. Going back to town, leaving for 10 minutes, coming back. Haven't seen any of the other zones yet. I've still just been looking at these two. I'd like to see something other than a desert. It'd be kind of nice. I wonder if wood elves can be paladins. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should go make one. See how that goes. And you know, now that this is an actual closed beta instead of open beta, I still need to make old Surfius. Old Surfius, our edgelord wizard. He's been waiting in the wings. See, when do I think it's level 7 that I get raise skeleton? I think right now I just get like cold resistance and stuff, which isn't not super important. It will be eventually. There we go. Nothing. Okay. I guess I can start working on heavy bandages at some point. And honestly, bandages sell for a fair amount too, and I don't use them a ton. That's an option. Get any fur? Ooh, I did get a rattlesnake skin. Okay. All right, what do you want? Meat, eyes, eggs. Bunch of the small stuff. Okay. We can sell the Elytron. There we go. I guess while we're in town, I can go talk to Holt and see what I should be getting. 188. Not quite enough. All right. How many legs am I going to try cooking? Make 5. Let's do 2. I'm not hurting that much. And save the rest. Here we go. I guess I could put some in my shared bank. That way my other characters have options. Right at the bat. Like 5 silver is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I mean, it's a fair amount to a brand new character. It's enough to get that new weapon. Like I said, that first thing that I go for. All right, hail. Breastplate. 3 scarab shells and 3 legs. Okay, so I was right. 3 and 3, got it. We can do that. Then after that, we need to start looking at upgrading some of this other stuff. I'm thinking getting a new mantle or a cloak. They're a little bit cheaper. I could probably only get the tarnished bronze. I don't know if they're going to have any copper, but we can try. And then eventually, I'll start replacing the beetle parts and probably keep the beetle stuff in the bank, just in case. That way, if I have another Zen loss like I did before, then I'll have like a backup set of armor so I can at least get my corpse back. Am I actually... Yeah, I'm resting. Good, good, good. No, fire. I don't want it to go out. There we go. Nice. Ex-wife looking for group. Same, buddy. Same. All right, and let's go. All right, beetles. Where you at? I'm getting to the point where I can go in a little bit deeper. I can probably take the giant fire beetles. But I probably cannot take the giant dune scarabs. I don't know about the spiders. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to consider them. Oh, a bat. You get over here. There's also an axe that I've been looking at, but it's like 18 silver. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. Hey. All right, let's consider the blister beetle. Okay, it's still a little bit out of range. One more level and I should be able to do it. They're trickier. At exhaustion, you don't want to mess with it too much. I think exhaustion lowers your stam. It lowers your max HP. And yeah, it can get kind of spicy. All right, we just need one more shell. Come on. Give me something. Yep. 28 points of damage. Yeah, we're rolling now. There's really nothing on this side of the desert that I think is really going to be too much of a problem. I would like some more armor before like trying to take any of the camps or whatever. But in terms of individual mobs, there really should not be any issues at this point. Which I mean, it's a good thing, but also not a good thing. Because it means, like I was talking earlier about just having some kind of direction. It means I am currently directionless. I'm killing for the sake of killing. And it's not the most engaging thing in the world, to say the least. I'd like to have some point to anything that I'm doing, even small. But we'll just deal with it. This is the point of this where if I wasn't streaming, I probably would just like to switch back to FF14 and get my relic worked on. Man. It's never when I need them. Whenever I don't need them, I get like all kinds of shells. They just keep dropping. It's when I actually want one. It becomes a problem, as is tradition. We'll go in it a little bit deeper. Sometimes there's a couple that spawn back here near the ruins. We'll see. You a curious jackal or just a jackal pup? Okay. Yeah, I'm not really seeing them. All right, no luck. Big guys are still going to be red. Yeah, they're red to me. What about fire beetle though? They're yellow, but they don't really have any like special conditions or anything, so I could probably take one. I'd like to have a little bit more armor, but that's okay. It's an option for leveling. And the good thing with them is like the giant fire beetle eyes last a fairly long time. Not quite as much as a torch, but almost. I guess I can tenacity out of that, but it's not really a big enough deal. Okay, some cloth scraps. We could try making a heavy cloth bandage. Why not? Might as well get it leveled. Can't remember. No, I took lumberjacking because I've got the lumberjack pouch as my trait. Couldn't remember if I took that or survivalist. I was doing merchant on a couple of characters, and I don't know. Haggle is just, it's not great. It saves you a little bit, I guess. I suppose when you get to like end game when things are costing gold or even platinum, it might be a little bit different. But it really wasn't worth it as like a low level scrub. Oh, more legs. I mean, that's more food, but man, where are the shells? I wonder if I can start taking the shamans yet. Probably not. There's like this camp over here at the Oasis. I can't take most of them. Especially because they've got like spearfishers and stuff around. Those guys are like, I don't know, level 10 or 12. But there's like one tent that I can pull. And sometimes it has a shaman, sometimes it's a warrior. We'll go look. It's curious. Ooh, while we're here, yeah, the spiders are still yellow. One more level should do it. Okay. Usually that one right there, but they apparently killed something. Killed that guy. R.I.P. That's probably a spearfisher. Yeah. Yeah, those things would absolutely destroy me. Shamans are okay, they're even. Even con. So that's potentially doable. Good to know. Man, I would really like to go into the Tomb of the Wormsbane, but it's just so dark and I can't carry a torch. It just, it's out of luck. Regular Skelly, that should be fine. There's not a lot I can do in there right now. Like, the only way I can do it is if I just carry, like, an entire bag of, like, beetle eyes. But that kind of sucks, too. Because then I can't loot anything because all my bags are full of beetle eyes. The only way I can see. I don't want to go in one-handing it. Still nothing. I was hoping, you know, it's kind of a weird time of night, not as many players on. I have noticed that, it's been fairly active in a lot of these opening areas. A lot of the same names. I see a lot of the same people. But I was looking at the server stats and it's not huge. I mean, I don't know like how many have been invited total to the closed beta. I think today there were like an average of like 450 online or something, which isn't a ton. It has me kind of curious about what some of the other zones are like, if they have anyone there at all. And yeah, like I was saying, like that's just kind of the thing with a lot of the quality of life stuff, and I don't know, the stubbornness of not wanting to change certain parts of the design is like, if you don't have anyone playing the game, you can't really have a group game, right? It's not how it works. You're basically making it for one guild. Ooh, that guy's got a trident. The fancy skeleton. We're going to take him on in a second. Then give me your trident. Want it. I want to know how much that sells for. He's not going to be a problem. Ooh, he's got a ghoul. He must be a Shadow Knight too. Eventually we can raise ghouls, but we need like ghoul flesh. You get them all at the same level. Like you unlock a lot of that at 7 or 8. But I don't really know the differences between the pets. They all do like have a different set of abilities for each one. And I don't know. I feel like the skeleton is probably one of your better attackers. Like it's got like a strike or something. I don't know. Maybe one of them is meant to be more of a tank. I don't know what the zombies do. Okay. But I assume the ghouls are like tanks, right? How are we doing on Speed of the Wild? 12 minutes? Okay. Come on, man. I just need one more shell. Just one more. Bye. We've killed so many of these beetles. Maybe over the ridge. Probably. Ooh. Ooh. You there. Are you the one? You the keymaster? Ugh. Nope. Rude. I don't want to cross town, especially if my sow's about ready to run out. Go out the other exit. Sometimes it's got a little better luck. Fewer people over there. Man, that's such a long run. Even with sow, it's like a couple minutes just across the town. Follow this ridge. Are you a curious jackal or just a pup? No threat. You. Pup. Oh, that one's an actual jackal. Okay. What the heck? What is that? Junk bones. That's a pet? That's cool. I've never seen one of those before. Huh. It must be a necro. Yeah, that's right. Wish my dog was that active. He's probably laying next to the air conditioning vent right now. He ain't moving the rest of the night. Man. More. Just one more. Why? Why? Things I do for games. You know what? I'm gonna lifesteal. Might as well. Some of these cleared out and hope they respawn. At least that goes in my range slot. That's kind of nice. Alright, so that one respawned as a blister beetle. Do anything with that. Well, I guess back to the other zone and to hope it's quiet enough that no one's stolen all the rest. Touches ground. Battle has happened here. He looks like a friendly dwarf. We got a bunch of skeletons as well. Oh god, the lag. There we go. Ow, what? What is going on? It's like 4 a.m. There can't be that many people online. I don't know. I feel like it always gets a lot worse this time of night as opposed to like when people are actually on. I don't know why. Maybe it's just when they're doing maintenance or something. Yeah, these overnight hours, man, this lag is bad. It's rough. Ooh, can I reach it? Can I reach it before anyone else? Get bent. Wreck, nerd. Or give my life up for an ogre. Hey. Hey, there we go. There we go. All right, let's clear out some of this space. I don't like being that guy, but you know what? Sometimes you just kind of lose it. Sometimes you just want to go ape shit. All right, how much is this lance going to be worth? Probably not a lot. Oh, I thought that would have been worth a lot more. Usually like two-handed stuff sells for a decent amount. All right. Nothing. Okay. And it's getting to be nighttime, which is a good time to sit by a campfire. Hope that someone else buffs me. Go turn this in. It was 3 and 3, I think. People RPing and shout chat already. I haven't really seen like a ton of RPers or anything. Kind of curious how that goes. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think this game's going to be big enough to really have a bunch of separate servers. So we'll just have to wait and see. The RP server would have like 5 people on it. I haven't even looked like I know a lot of people are talking about P99. I don't know if I want in on any of that. It feels like a lot of work. Too much work. 3. Here we go. So yes, put me with the worst gamers known to man. Nice. There we go. But you know, I guess if you want that EverQuest itch, it's I guess it's pretty good from what I understand. Oh, you let the campfire go out, guys. Why are you doing that? How you doing that? I'll be back for you in a second. We'll get this taken care of. Oh, no, not the boiled legs. There we go. There we go. Whew. That was about to be real bad. Why is all my crafting failing? There we go. I got 2 more legs. I'd try boiled scare. Well, I don't know about boiled. But I'd try like fried bug. I don't know. I guess that was a thing for a bit on the internet, was eating bugs. So why not? I'd give it a shot. My manager, he'd like won a trip to Thailand or something. He travels a lot anyways. But yeah. I was like, you gonna try scorpion while he's there? It's like, there ain't no way. I don't know. I'd try it. I don't know how you're supposed to eat them. Like, that's my thing. It's not that I'm opposed to a lot of food. It's just I genuinely don't know how you're supposed to eat it. Right? All right, guys. We gotta fix this. There we go. There we go. Made you a fire. Anyone got so for my troubles? Anyone? No one? Oh, so feigned death has a cast time. That's an interesting choice. And I guess if it works, it works. So they can summon cloth bandages. I guess that's convenient. I guess that works. All right. Get up my rested state. And then, hey, thank you. What is resilience? Maximum health is increased by 50. Hey, that's pretty nice. I'll take that. All right. We're going to go ahead and camp. We're going to take a look at the options. See what could actually be a paladin. Ugh. Just take a look, see what it's like. Just I want to try some of the other races, but I don't know. I guess they're still in development. Seemed like there were a few interesting ones. Might be kind of cool. So these are the options right now. So wood elves cannot be paladins. That's a little disappointing. An ogre. Halflings can be paladins. It's kind of neat. Gnome paladin. A dwarf. Dwarves are bigger than I expected. Yeah, I really want to try like high elf, deep elf. A lot of elves. A lot of elves I want to give a shot at. All right. But that's it for now. We're going to go ahead and end it here. But we might do, I don't know, FF12 or hop into FF14 or something a little bit later on today. We'll see. But yeah, so that's Monsters and Memories. It's a game. It's a game that exists. It's all right. It's I guess easy Zatsu stream content. But thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I literally like just woke up and was like, okay, we'll stream something. This seemed like an option. But you know, as always, like, subscribe, all that. I'll put up a notice if I do decide to go back live a little bit later on today. It'll be up on Blue Sky, so keep an eye out. But thanks a ton, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the start to your, is it Friday? I think it's Friday. It's now. And I will catch you guys next time. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.